Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're really paying attention to what's happening with the Washington Commanders right now, you know that things are heating up. And I mean really heating up. The team is making some bold moves, especially when it comes to the wide receiver position, which, let's be honest, has been an area of concern and opportunity for them for a while now. We've seen the franchise taking some calculated steps, and the latest news points to a very interesting development involving Kendrick Bourne. That's right, the veteran receiver who was recently released by the New England Patriots is now in the spotlight again, and the Commanders are clearly interested. So here's what's happening. After the team only drafted 5 wide receivers this year, which in itself is an interesting choice, some might say a bold one, the Commanders quickly set up a meeting with Bourne. This isn't just a casual chat, folks. It's a serious move. They want to see what Bourne can bring to the table. And from what we understand, the team is ready to bring him in, possibly as early as this Tuesday. Contract negotiations have apparently been sorted out already, which suggests that the team is serious about giving Bourne an immediate shot to contribute. Now, whether he joins or not still remains to be seen, but the fact that the Commanders are moving fast indicates they see something in him, something that could really help them bolster their passing game. And let's not forget, they're not alone in this pursuit. The San Francisco 49ers also scheduled a visit with Bourne on Monday, so he's got options. But the truth is, Washington might be a more attractive landing spot for him. Why? Well, it's not just about playing for a team that's on the rise, but also about familiarity. Bourne knows the coaching staff, especially Adam Peters, who knows him well. That relationship could work in Washington's favor, making it easier for him to settle in quickly and start making an impact. For Bourne, rejoining the team that initially took a chance on him as an undrafted free agent could be a tempting proposition. It's almost like coming home, and sometimes that kind of comfort can do wonders for a player trying to find consistency and rhythm. But of course, all of this is speculative until we see what actually happens. If Bourne does sign, it could mean a lot for the team's depth and versatility at wide receiver. And it's not just about adding numbers. It's about adding quality and experience to a room that is still trying to find its identity ahead of what promises to be an exciting season. The Commanders are looking to improve their aerial attack and add some explosiveness, and Bourne's skill set could be exactly what they need. Now, this situation also sheds some light on Luke McCaffrey's current standing within the team. You see, McCaffrey, who was a 4th-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, has been showing flashes of potential this summer. He's got speed, agility, and the kind of athleticism that makes you sit up and take notice. But at the same time, consistency has been an issue for him. That's often the story with young players, especially those trying to carve out their place in the league, but this year feels especially critical for him. His status in the depth chart seems to be slipping, especially with the team bringing in new talent and with the possible addition of Bourne. From the outside looking in, it looks like McCaffrey is now lower down the pecking order than ever before. The projected starters are Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel SR, and Noah Brown, forming what many believe will be the core of the receiving core. Rookie Jalen Lane, a 4th-rounder like McCaffrey, has already impressed during the summer with a smooth transition into the team's system. His performance suggests he might have a bigger role than initially expected, which puts even more pressure on McCaffrey to step up. If Bourne joins the team, that could push McCaffrey further down the line, potentially to the number 6 spot or even less, especially if Bourne proves to be a reliable target. And that's not just about roster spots, folks. It's about opportunity, development, and proving your worth. McCaffrey, who has shown promise, needs to maximize every opportunity he gets, especially now in year 2 of his professional career. He's got some special teams duties which are important, but fans and analysts alike were hoping for more from him as a receiver. the pressure is real and it's mounting. The Commanders are in win-now mode and they don't have the luxury of waiting around. They want results and they want players who are ready to contribute right now. This move to bring in Bourne, or at least explore it thoroughly, signals a clear message from the organization. They're serious about contending this season. The roster is being shaped with a very specific goal in mind: reaching the Super Bowl. And that means every player, especially in the skill positions, needs to be ready to give their all. McCaffrey has to understand that the gauntlet has been laid down. If he wants to secure a bigger role, if he wants to prove himself in year 2, he needs to do everything he can now, seize every chance, and show that he belongs in this team's future plans. Now, talking about the wider picture, the Commanders have been building this team with a strategic eye on their offensive explosiveness. They know that in the NFL, especially in the NFC East, every game is a battle. The division is stacked with talent, and teams like the Eagles and Cowboys are no strangers to high-powered offenses. Washington wants to be in that conversation, and adding a veteran like Bourne could be a part of that puzzle. He's got the experience, the route-running ability, and the hands that could make a difference on third downs or in tight spots. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the fact that the team is clearly trying to build not just for this season but for the future. The draft choices, the recent signings, and now the potential addition of Bourne all point to a franchise that's aiming high. They're not content with just being competitive, they want to contend for a Super Bowl. And in today's NFL, that means making tough decisions, taking risks, and sometimes shaking up the roster to find the right combination of players. Fans are eager to see how this all unfolds. Will Bourne sign and become a key piece of Washington's offense? Will McCaffrey manage to turn things around and earn more playing time? Or will the team continue to make moves that surprise us all? One thing's for sure, the Commanders are not standing still. They're actively shaping their destiny, and every move is a step toward that ultimate goal of bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to DC. It's an exciting time to be a fan, and the coming weeks will be crucial in determining how this roster will look when the season kicks off. And let's not forget, the NFC East is as competitive as ever. The Eagles and Cowboys have set high standards, and the Giants are not backing down either. Washington needs to be at its best, and adding a veteran like Bourne could be part of that puzzle. It's about filling gaps, adding depth, and ensuring they have the firepower to compete on all fronts. The team's coaching staff, especially head coach Ron Rivera, is known for making tough decisions and getting the most out of his players. This situation with Bourne and McCaffrey is just the latest chapter in what promises to be a compelling season for the Commanders. So, as we watch this story develop, it's clear that every single player on this roster is under scrutiny. No one can afford to rest on their laurels. The organization is clearly sending a message that if you're not pulling your weight, you might find yourself on the fringes or even off the team. It's a cutthroat environment, but that's what it takes to succeed at the highest level in the NFL. The Commanders are all in, and they're making moves that show they're serious about competing at the top. Now, circling back to the fans, this is exactly the kind of drama and excitement we love to follow. Will Bourne come in and be the difference maker? Can McCaffrey turn things around and earn his spot? Or will the team surprise us with even more moves before the season starts? These questions keep us all on the edge of our seats. It's a dynamic landscape, and every day brings new updates, new storylines, and new reasons to believe that this could be a special year for the Washington Commanders. So, keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, and it's part of what makes being a fan so amazing. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this latest development? Do you think Bourne will sign and make a real impact? Or are you more focused on Luke McCaffrey and whether he can step up in year 2? Whatever your thoughts are, drop them in the comments below. I love reading what you have to say, and your insights help keep this community vibrant and engaged. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Washington Commanders news, rumors, and analysis. This is a team that's on the rise, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds as we get closer to the season. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Commanders.